today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
It's okay if I give him a few props right here. Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a two-time walk-on, who later became a two-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 19 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
23 yards the pickup there.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Now Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second. And 3. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Mayfield's pass.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. On on first down, it's Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
It's up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
3, Chiefs, nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 31 yards there and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back. Usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP. Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 19 yards away, and the Chiefs have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Mayfield sacked.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the contact.
Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable here from the 38. Fighting his way through contact. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now a handoff here to his running back. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3.
From the 38, Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And
that he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
14 extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made at the 47.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
5 yards to go.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Mayfield sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
By the Jaguars.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
Schuster brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Back to Smith-Schuster. This time complete.
Mayfield's pass complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
On the counter, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
Mayfield to throw it. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Gurley unable to punch it in on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. Now they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Throw complete to the tight end Morgan. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mahomes firing complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Kansas City Chiefs.
An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. And even 50 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
That one goes for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Now Mayfield. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yards. That's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Mahomes pass intercepted by the Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Diaz. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mayfield. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
The field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Josh Lambeau to kick off.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Patrick
Myles Jack with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this throw caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Julian Love picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2. Here's Mayfield. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Throw left side complete. That's Morgan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
1st and 10.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going. That's exactly what you're looking for.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
From the 6, shoves him aside. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Mayfield now. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 6.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd and a yard, Mahomes steps away to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He is going to find Hill here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 34 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another carry now for Gurley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 63 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back. And the pressure gets to him again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Baker Mayfield sacks.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Mayfield, and hitting Juju on the slant. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And again, it's Mayfield. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Mahomes to throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Mayfield to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
Number 84.
A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
First down.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. From the 6. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, That gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches.
And less than a yard.
Again, they run with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out come the Chiefs now. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? Gets this one to Hill.
Mahomes pass.
And now they're in the hurry-up. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Gurley.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we